Not so long ago, our cricket squad had a galaxy of shining stars. The Master Blaster, the Wall among those leading with the bat. Spearheading the bowling attack for over a decade and a half was a jumbo spinner of the ball who became the world's third highest wicket taker, scalping 619 wickets in 132 tests, picking 10 wickets against arch-rival Pakistan, becoming the stuff of legend, Anil Kumble.
Anil Kumble, honored to have you join us for this very special episode of Kirbani's Pitch Perfect.
Thank you so much. It's indeed a wonderful moment for me to be a part of Kiribai in this fashion.
Right now, I can't stop myself starting with Kotla. For obvious reasons. India versus Pak, 7th February 1999. The world witnessed an epic saga of bowling attack like never before. शाहिद अफरीदी के विकेट नंबर 1 से शुरुआत करते हुए वसीम अकरम के विकेट नंबर 10 से, और जो मामला ख़त्म हुआ पाकिस्तान की करारी हार के साथ, और दुनिया ने देखा अनिल कुंबले का 10 का दम.
Yeah, it was one of those special moments for me. I think you never ever prepare for a match thinking that you'll get all 10. You sort of, in your mind, the previous night, before any match for that matter, be it whatever match that I was playing, I used to go through the opposition batsmen in my head, get each batsman out, and then move to the next one. And it was similar as well in terms of preparation for even this match. Perhaps I was destined to get all 10 wickets on that day, and it was a very special moment because the first test match in Chennai, we lost to Pakistan very narrowly by 12 runs. So it was there in all of us to win in the next test match because it was after 10 years that we were playing Pakistan in India.
Oh yes.
So
yes.
So it was very important that we get the right result, and I was very happy that I was able to contribute.
Absolutely. And all of us have our hero moments. Each one of us, common folk, we imagine ourselves into the shoes of our favorite heroes. I, for one, cannot imagine a single Indian at that point not thinking himself to be Anil Kumble at that point.
No, I think it's cricket has given everything.
Performing that jumbo feat.
No, I think it's like I said, perhaps I was destined for getting all the 10.
Saqlain Mushtaq has been running his own vlog, and he has dedicated an entire episode to you. And he says there is no bowler like Anil Kumble on a slow and loose wicket. He said that. And he's the most dangerous bowler over and above the likes of Shane Warne, myself included, meaning Saqlain Mushtaq. He was full of praise for you. He was full of praise.
It was really nice that Saqlain was very complimentary about my bowling. I reciprocate the same. In fact, in that series, Saqlain picked up 5 in every innings that he bowled against us. In those 2 test matches, he picked up 20 wickets. And, he was probably one of the toughest bowlers that you could face, not just in the longer format, but also in the shorter format. I mean, we know how effective he was. He was someone who would bowl the 49th or 50th over for Pakistan. Yeah. So he was a tremendous bowler, and to get special praise from him is really an honor.
He used to egg his team on by saying, तुमने अगर अनिल कुंबले को हल कर दिया, समझ लो कि पूरे जो पर्चा है, पर्चा हल कर दिया.
टीम में जब आप टीम मीटिंग करते हो तो आप दूसरे ऑपोजिशन के जो भी की मेंबर्स हैं उनके ऊपर डिस्कशन होता ही है
जी.
तो हमारे जब हम पाकिस्तान के साथ खेलते थे तो फिर उनके बैट्समैन की बहुत इंतज़ाम हो या अफरीदी हो या सईद अनवर, उनके बारे में हम लोग प्लान करते थे तो ज़्यादा बात उनकी होती थी, और उनकी बॉलर्स भी, वसीम अकरम हो या वकार यूनुस हो या सaqlain हो, जो भी हो, उनके ज़्यादातर हम ध्यान देते थे. तो it's something that I'm sure as a cricketer you want to be respected by not just your own teammates but also from the opposition.
बॉलिंग अनिल आपकी तो माशाल्लाह से भी ऑल नो 956 अगर दोनों में टेस्ट और ODIs मिला दिया जाए तो 956 विकेट्स यू हैव टेकन. बैटिंग भी आपकी कमाल की थी माशाल्लाह. You took your maiden test century. You did your in Oval, I think in 2007.
Yes.
And you were on to your second century in Adelaide. I'm taking a crack at your second century when a certain Mr. Sehwag cracked it in his own way.
Yes, absolutely. You know, as a batsman, I would always put a price on my wicket. I knew how difficult it was for a bowler to get a batsman out. So I would always put a price on my wicket, and I was fortunate that I got my first Test 100 at the Oval, and the second one, while I was captain in Adelaide, it was Ishant Sharma and we stitched together a very good partnership.
Absolutely.
And it was tea break, and at tea break, Viru came and messed up my head. He came and told me, "Arey, what are you doing? Why are you relying on him? Go and smash a couple of boundaries and then get your 100, otherwise you won't. Ishant will get out." So the moment I went after tea, till then I was fine. I was trusting Ishant. I knew what I was doing. But after tea, because Viru put that kila in my head,
yes.
I went after the bowling and then got out the first.
तो वीरू से चाय पे जो चर्चा हुई वो कारगर साबित नहीं हुई.
नहीं, वो अच्छा नहीं था. वो वीरू तो हर बॉल पे he would only see a 6 or a 4. Nothing in between.
Virendra Sehwag, of course, is one of our most loved batsmen, and we love and admire him. Anil, if you could have bowled an over to one batsman from history, who would it be and why?
There are a lot of batsmen that I would have wanted to bowl at. I think Viv Richards, although towards the end of his career, I had just started playing, but it would have been great to bowl at someone like Viv Richards, because seeing him bat, the way he bats and the way he was so dominating in test matches. At that time, one-dayers, yes, there were a lot of one-dayers, but then imagine him today in contemporary cricket.
Yes.
Vivian Richards would have sort of had I don't know, he would have destroyed bowling attacks. He did that then. It would have been a great challenge, and I wish I had an opportunity to.
Some of us used to call him a bulldozer.
Oh, his sheer presence at the crease
Absolutely.
was something that was, it was intimidating to the bowler.
Absolutely. अनिल, हॉलीवुड की एक फिल्म आई थी 1959 में. It was called Pillow Talk, starring Rock Hudson and Doris Day, big stars of that time. 2004, Eden Gardens, Calcutta. क्या ये हम कह सकते हैं कि Pillow Talk 2 वहाँ पर बनी, starring the Indian cricket team versus Ray Jennings of the South Africa. The coach of South Africa.
Ray and I worked together later on for RCB, so we had a laugh about it. Ray was someone who was very intense, and he would come across like that. And the first test match of the series, when we played in Kanpur, it was a slow wicket. South Africa drew that test match, and then Ray made a remark about us in the media, saying that the Indians carry their pillow
to the field.
So
meaning they are easygoing, one of those.
Probably they were lazy or
laid back or something.
I don't know what
he meant.
I think perhaps that's what he meant.
He
so when we won the test match against South Africa at the Eden Gardens, so all of us, Sachin, I remember Sachin and all of us decided to sort of autograph a pillow and then send it to Ray, saying, have a safe flight and enjoy your flight back. Ray and I, after about 5 years after that incident, we started, to work together at us.
How did he react to that when you presented him the pillow
he's
talk?
Such a fine guy.
Okay.
Still in touch. He keeps sending messages, and it's wonderful, Ray to sort of, take it in his stride. Of course, these are things that happen, and
right.
You just take it in your stride.
Okay, now, Anil, at which point the realization that all work and no play, no way, you were a brilliant student all through? You have a degree in mechanical engineering. So I think at some point you must have decided, no, I think the future lies in the world of cricket.
It happened parallelly. It happened really well. in terms of when I was studying, I played for India, so it happened together. And for me, it was all about making sure that I was educated and I would complete my engineering. And I was, at that time there was not too much cricket. Otherwise, I would have struggled to probably complete my engineering. I had a chance to do that, and I'm really glad that I was able to complete my bachelor's.
And people to date, correct me if I'm wrong, India's most qualified cricketer.
No, not really. No,
Yeah.
no. I think it certainly helps you. I don't know how far engineering has helped me in my bowling, but it has certainly helped me, with keeping a balance when you succeed and when you fail, because you see a lot more failures than you succeed, and
Oh, yes.
that's something that I think one needs to take in this.
Oh yes, and I totally agree with you. Education is always a help. And now, as we call our show Kirmani's Pitch Perfect, Kiri Bhai is right here. Kirmani sir, please come and join us.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Yes, yes. Thank you so much, Anil.
Good to see you.
Anil, first your views on Kiri Bhai. Your views.
What can I say? Legend.
Your views on
Growing
him.
growing up, we used to, the first memory of Kiri was, of course, the 1983 World Cup.
Oh yeah.
In the finals, taking that catch, and it was wonderful that the trophy, when Kapil Dev picked it up, we all felt really, really
What a proud moment, absolutely.
and that changed the course of how Indian cricket was looked at.
Absolutely.
And to be a part of that, and and I never thought that one day I would be playing alongside with him, and he was my captain.
Yes, you refreshed my memory. When you made your debut under my captaincy, when was that? Which year was that?
1989-90, Kiribhai, and
Yes.
89 it was Roger, and then you came back. You were in railways at that
Yes,
year,
yes,
and the following year you came back to Karnataka, and that's when you were captain.
You definitely have a better memory because you have a lot of hair on your head, and here a lot of things slip out of my shining and slippery head,
No, I still remember the 91 series when he was captain. He was keeping wickets.
Yeah.
We played in Pune against Maharashtra, which was Rahul Dravid's debut.
Correct.
He got 100. He missed his 100.
You also got your 100
I
on your
got,
debut?
yes. No, not on my debut, sir. On that game, I got 100.
Okay.
But I remember it was a flat wicket, and he was keeping wickets.
Keeping, yes.
And I was struggling to get a wicket. I remember one bowling down the leg side to Shantanu Sugwekar.
Oh, wow, you remember all those names. My God.
And Kiri's stumping, it was probably just a fraction of a second that he lifted his foot, and it was smooth as silk. I don't think anybody else would have done that. And I remember distinctly his masterclass behind the stump. He made it look really, really easy.
Really
I've never seen. It's not just about someone bowling and then him keeping to the bowler. I think even the throws that were coming from the deep, he made the throw look better.
Of course, that's the job of a wicket keeper, Anil, to make a wild throw look better. You see, and more so, let me also tell you that while I was a school kid, I was taken in by K.K. Tarapur, you remember him, I'm sure, right? Taking me unofficially into the Ranji Trophy nets to keep wickets to the likes of Chandra and Prayas. They had already played for the country. And they gave me the wicket-keeping standards. And after that was, of course, Bishan Bedi. And then you came on as a teammate to keep me busy behind. Wow, that's fantastic. Yes, they gave me the platform. They gave me the standards on my wicket keeping, whatever I am. Thank you so much for your kind
Thank you,
words.
thank you.
Bangalore has honored its cricketing legends. You know, there's a name, there's a road named after Mr. Prasanna, there's one named after G.R. Vishwanath,
Yes.
whose birthday it is
Flyover.
today, flyover, and the proudest is that
Yes,
particular Anil Kumble circle
Wow.
on. That makes us feel so good.
there could
You know,
have been
and
much
all
more.
they were all your, I think, colleagues, or they were your contemporaries or near contemporaries.
Oh.
Mr. Prasanna and...
Oh yes, they were my contemporaries when I started off. As a junior to them, yes, I learned a great deal, and Prasanna was the first captain for the Ranji Trophy when Karnataka won the first time in 1974. That I cannot forget.
I feel so honored to be standing, as I said, meeting Rahul Dravid a few days back, standing in the midst of greatness. Literally in the midst of greatness. Thank you so much, Anil. And now, Sadiq, would you like to just come and say hello? We look forward to Sadiq also, you know, a chip of the old block, you know. Just like father and just like daddy, wicketkeeper, batsman. We look forward to you sometime playing, you know, for the Indian team and, you know, IPL and sometime.
I didn't dream of this day standing in the midst of Dad and Anil sir. Really didn't dream of this. So fortunate, so fortunate.
Absolutely.
Yes, it's an honor. It's an honor.
What do you have to say about just one or two words if you
I'm
can?
losing words. I'm losing words. This is a motivation for everybody. You know, all age groups.
Yes.
You know, even an engineer can become an international cricketer.
Oh yes,
you know,
yes.
You don't
That's
it's like engineering is so tough and all of that, but nah, sir proved it all wrong, and he showed it to the world at what he can do. So it's really it's a motivation for me as well. You know. It's awesome.
Have you seen Sadiq play at any point?
I saw him at the KPL.
KPL,
when he played,
yeah,
yes.
he was spectacular then.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Thank you so much for your time,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you, Anil. Pleasure, honor having you.
Yes, I hope you, the viewers on Kirmani's Pitch Perfect channel, I hope you have enjoyed that wonderful talk with the legendary and the great Anil
And a
Kumble.
request to please.
Just as a parting shot, I want
Right.
to say something
Yeah.
which I have not seen any cricketer do, but I've seen Kiribai do, which is you can see the impeccable shirt, impeccable trouser, and the shoe. Every time we finish the innings, and we used to play in Mofussil areas. I mean, you know, in Bijapur where there was no grass like this. It used to be really the matting wicket. It used to be dusty, and his pads used to be brown. Shoes brown, so he would come back after the innings while we were batting. I mean, obviously he would bat at 5 or 6.
Yes.
So he would sit there, clean the pads, clean the shoes, polish the shoes
Meticulously.
and then keep them for drying before the next innings.
There were no sanitizers at that time.
He's a stickler for cleanliness and, you know, all tidiness and all of that, you know, and things going.
Thank you so much for watching Kirmani's Pitch Perfect channel. I hope you like it. If you like it, please share it also and subscribe it.